Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Usually plural, an acknowledgement or expression of goodwill, especially on meeting. Usually plural, an acknowledgement or expression of goodwill, especially on meeting. An act of honor or courteous recognition. Word of greeting used to begin a letter. A short note recognizing a source of information or of a quoted passage. The acknowledgements are usually printed at the front of a book. A statement acknowledging something or someone. She must have seen him, but she gave no sign of acknowledgement. The state or quality of being recognized or acknowledged. A statement acknowledging something or someone. The state or quality of being recognized or acknowledged. She seems to avoid much in the way of recognition or acknowledgement of feminist work prior to her own. Usually plural, a polite expression of desire for someone's welfare. A conventional expression of greeting or farewell. A conventional expression of greeting or farewell. Praise vociferously. The critics hailed the young pianist as a new Rubinstein. Be a native of. She hails from Kalamazoo. Greet enthusiastically or joyfully. Call for. Hail a cab. Enthusiastic greeting. Many objects thrown forcefully through the air. A hail of pebbles. Precipitate as small ice particles. It hailed for an hour. Precipitation of ice pellets when there are strong rising air currents. An expression of greeting. Every morning they exchanged polite hellos. A state in the United States in the Central Pacific on the Hawaiian Islands. An expression of greeting. An expression of greeting. An awkward situation. An expression of greeting. An expression of greeting. Roman Catholic Church. A greeting signifying Christian love for those assisting at the Eucharist. A formal military gesture of respect. The time period between dawn and noon. I spent the morning running errands. The first light of day. They talked until morning. A conventional expression of greeting or farewell. The earliest period. The morning of the world. Roman Catholic Church. A greeting signifying Christian love for those assisting at the Eucharist. The act of receiving. The manner in which something is greeted. She did not expect the cold reception she received from her superiors. A formal party of people, as after a wedding. American football. The act of catching a pass in football. The tight end made a great reception on the 20-yard line. Quality or fidelity of a received broadcast. Usually preceded by, in, a detail or point. The condition of being honored, esteemed or respected or well regarded. A man who has earned high regard. An attitude of admiration or esteem. A feeling of friendship and esteem. She mistook his manly regard for love. Paying particular notice, as to children or helpless people. Usually plural, a polite expression of desire for someone's welfare. Give him my kind regards. Look at attentively. Connect closely and often incriminatingly. A long fixed look. Deemed to be the speech act of continuing a conversational exchange. A bodily process occurring due to the effect of some antecedent stimulus or agent. His responses have slowed with age. The manner in which something is greeted. A statement, either spoken or written, that is made to reply to a question or request or criticism or accusation. A phrase recited or sung by the congregation following a versicle by the priest or minister. A result. This situation developed in response to events in Africa. The manner in which an electrical or mechanical device responds to an input signal or a range of input signals. Propose a toast to. An act of honor or courteous recognition. A musical salute to the composer on his birthday. Recognize with a gesture prescribed by a military regulation. Assume a prescribed position. When the officers show up, the soldiers have to salute. A formal military gesture of respect. An act of greeting with friendly words and gestures like bowing or lifting the hat. Become noticeable. A terrible stench saluted our nostrils. Express commendation of. I salute your courage. Greet in a friendly way. I meet this man every day on my way to work and he salutes me. Honor with a military ceremony, as when honoring dead soldiers. A printed or written greeting that is left to indicate that you have visited. Bid welcome to. Greet upon arrival. Accept gladly. I welcome your proposals. A greeting or reception. The proposal got a warm welcome. Giving pleasure or satisfaction or received with pleasure or freely granted. A welcome relief. Receive someone, as into one's house. The state of being welcome. Don't outstay your welcome. An expression of goodwill from one person to another. Much handshaking and well-wishing. Extending good wishes for success. His well-wishing supporters. Prefer or wish to do something. Feel or express a desire or hope concerning the future or fortune of. Usually plural, a polite expression of desire for someone's welfare. My best wishes. Invoke upon. Wish you a nice evening. An expression of some desire or inclination. I could tell that it was his wish that the guests leave. A specific feeling of desire. He got his wish. Hope for. Have a wish. I wish I could go home now. Make or express a wish. I wish that Christmas were over. Order politely. Express a wish for. The particular preference that you have. It was his last wish. A conventional expression of greeting or farewell. The part of the day between noon and evening. He spent a quiet afternoon in the park. A printed or written greeting that is left to indicate that you have visited. A card that is used instead of cash to make telephone calls. A distinguishing characteristic or behavior. Bombs or a terrorist's calling cards. A list of dishes available at a restaurant. A printed or written greeting that is left to indicate that you have visited. A sign posted in a public place as an advertisement. Golf. A record of scores, as in golf. You have to turn in your card to get a handicap. A witty, amusing person who makes jokes. Baseball. A list of batters in the order in which they will bat. The managers presented their cards to the umpire at home plate. Separate the fibers of. A printed circuit that can be inserted into expansion slots in a computer to increase the computer's capabilities. A card certifying the identity of the bearer. He had to show his card to get in. A rectangular piece of stiff paper used to send messages, may have printed greetings or pictures. They sent us a card from Miami. Ask someone for identification to determine whether he or she is old enough to consume liquor. I was carded when I tried to buy a beer. One of a set of small pieces of stiff paper marked in various ways and used for playing games or for telling fortunes. He collected cards and traded them with the other boys. Thin cardboard, usually rectangular.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.